Yo, what's up? It's Wes Clark.
It's Heaven Clark.
Welcome to Fairly Speaking.
And our new show will serve as the unbiased moderator as we surf the world of entertainment, pop culture, and current trending topics and give you the best resolution and editorial that you can find on the internet.
That's what's up. So, let's get started.
The Nicki Minaj and Cardi B feud continues. Cardi B had to turn herself in for an allegation that she had two bartenders assaulted in a nightclub in New York. She was being charged with assault and endangerment. She was officially arrested and appeared in court to hear the charges. The next court date is October 29th. Cardi says she can prove that she is innocent and that it never happened. She had nothing to do with it. Wes, is this a big deal or no big deal for Cardi B?
Well, yeah, I think it is a big deal only because her brand is at stake here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a Cardi B fan, first and foremost, but
throw that out there.
yeah, I want to put that out there. But to be even more fair, I'm not really a Nicki fan either. So I don't really have a dog in this race. So I can speak very fairly on this situation. So, but as far as it being, for her, yeah, it's important. This is an important situation for her. She got to get her brand back in order. Mm-hmm. The incident that happened with at the fashion show. So, Cardi right now is, her team needs to get her back on track. They got her set up for Super Bowl appearance, halftime. So they're trying to get her back on track with her. So they're going to have to do what they got to do to, get her right.
And I have to agree, fairly speaking, Cardi is right now, as much as you're not a Nicki fan, I'm a big Nicki fan, but I have to keep it real. Right now, Cardi is the top chick in female rap.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, she right now is ahead of Nicki Minaj. Not because, in my opinion, Nicki is planets ahead more talented.
Yeah, this doesn't really have nothing. Unfortunately, it hasn't been about talent for a long time, for some years now. For fairly speaking, for both, or on both, as a fan of neither, Nicki Minaj is definitely way more talented. Cardi B is a character in her own right. Nicki's a character; she's her own thing. But Nicki also, she's into acting. She can act,
right?
Things like that. So she has other avenues, and I think she's doing a smart thing by starting her own radio, her own podcast. So, Cardi, she's hot right now, and that's just pretty much what it is.
I mean,
people like her. They like her. I don't know why they like her personality. I just think it's just too ratchet and to me, it's embarrassing. But
right.
I mean, because even though she's not black, white people still look at her as black, even though she's not black. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's like, well, what am I embarrassed for? She ain't black. But, certain groups put us all in the same thing because she's in the culture of hip-hop.
It's looked at as two black women feuding.
Yeah.
So I do think it's a big deal because, like as you stated, her brand is at stake. She had the incident. This incident actually happened before Fashion Week. And then like a week to 2 weeks later, she got into the incident with Nicki where she's, walking out of Fashion Week with a big knot on her head and no shoes on.
And that's all people remember.
That's all people remember. That doesn't look good.
Part.
That's not a good look.
Yeah.
Regardless of her fans love seeing it because she rolled up on Nicki. Nicki won in that situation because Nicki came off as the bigger person.
Yeah.
She didn't get hurt.
Nope.
She didn't get hit. And Cardi's walking out of there with a big knot on her head. Whether Nicki did it or not, it really doesn't matter. She left the situation. She got removed from the party, not Nicki.
Unfazed, yeah.
Okay, so, and you're talking about, and I know people saying, oh, why should she be any different? Because you're around, why should she be different? Because they're around a bunch of white people? Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, yes.
I mean, just not even just that, but the bottom line is, you're out in front of mixed company. The culture has taken too many hits as it already. The culture constantly taking hits. And it is one of the biggest genres of music out there.
Yeah, probably
hip hop.
the biggest.
Probably the biggest. Everyone incorporates hip hop in some way, shape, or form, and that's on every level. The only people, but they still do it too. But that rarely do it is country music.
Right.
But like true country music people won't fuck with hip hop. Right. But you do have some country artists that will mess with some hip hop artists. So, and then you got pop artists that you would never think would have, like the people like you would never think would pair together for a hip hop pop or hip hop rock. Yeah. So hip hop is the biggest genre of music, and it's been that way for several years now. Yep. So the culture still takes a hit every time they go out there and act like animals. Like you two young women. Act like women.
Beautiful women. Beautiful two black women. I know Cardi is Latina, but you're two when they look at us, y'all just two niggas. Yeah. In their mind. So it's two black women feuding. Yeah. So
and if you're gonna feud in hip hop, I'm not against that. That's part of the culture. Right. But if you're gonna start acting stupid and running up on each other and fighting and stuff, it's just real tacky. It's not sexy at all. I don't have any more to say about it. Like I said, I don't really have a dog in this race. Either one of them, I'm not a fan of, but I do respect them both. Mm-hmm. I respect Cardi's come up. Right. That's what I respect about Cardi. Her come up, and she's probably one of the biggest come up cases like in a while in hip hop. So definitely. I respect that. Nicki, I respect her all the way around, as far as, her talent, what she's done for the culture, and I respect her pen game. Her pen game is decent. It's more than decent. It's pretty nice.
We still respect the pen game. Maybe a lot of people out there don't care no more.
I respect the pen game.
I'll admit it. I'm an old head. Yeah. So I like the pen game. I respect whoever's writing their own stuff. But, let's hope these two get it together. As we transfer from that, Nicki, says that, there's a Nicki hate train. And she feels as though the industry, has kind of turned on her. In your opinion, does she have a gripe? Or a lot of people say Nicki's getting what she deserves. What do you think? Fairly speaking, what do you think about that?
No, I don't think she's getting what she deserves. Now, one thing I have to understand, and I'll reiterate this point on our next topic. Some people are a certain way, and they stay that way. And you'll understand what I mean when we go to our next topic on the next person we talk about. But I'm talking about Nicki. Nicki, to me, hasn't changed. Like, people are saying, like, how she had her attitude and this, that, and the other.
The only thing that changed about Nicki is her body.
Yeah, her looks.
And her looks changed. Nicki has been the same cocky, arrogant person from the Come Up DVD. When she sat on that step and said, y'all bitches better hurry up and drop, because when I drop, it's a wrap for you bitches. She said that and warned y'all before she dropped.
I remember. So so
she's been the same
way. But it is people get it messed up about, her not paying homage to people, stuff like that. I've seen it myself plenty of times. So just watching things, keeping up with current events, you see there's plenty of times that Nicki has done that now. She can't go around kissing ass all her life. No one does that in hip hop.
No one else.
You support in hip hop. In hip hop, you're supposed to pay homage to the people, respect them when you approach them, when they approach you. Right. And that's it. That's as far as it goes. After that, you still coming out on record saying I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's coming out saying that's what it's always been.
Who doesn't want to be the best? I want someone to want to be the best. People always talk about, well, she stole Lil' Kim's style and she doesn't pay homage. The first few interviews before Nicki got on, that's all she talked about. Look, she said Lil' Kim is the bar. Of course, everyone loves Kim. Mm-hmm. She's bigged up everyone. Yeah. Does she have to continue doing that every single interview?
Not anymore.
Why does she have to do that and no one else has to do that?
Well, number one, she don't have to do it because she's now on their level. She has made her fame. So, you know, meaning like, yes, she's made her mark. She's made her fame. She's made her numbers. She's proven that she belongs in the culture. And to everyone's knowledge, to my knowledge, she writes her own rhymes. And something that Kim didn't always do. So she is beyond thanking Kim at this point. So just do your thing, continue to do your thing, whatever. Cardi, like I said, I'm not really into her. I don't think her pen game is dope. I think she spits a couple of dope things. I don't think she writes all her stuff. I mean, I think that's evident. Yeah, it's been proven that she don't write all her stuff. But even if she did, like for instance, regardless of the fact, if you put people, if you take this and say, okay, this is the modern day Foxy versus Kim, right? So, but I respected both of them. Both in their own rights. Even when we knew that Kim didn't write all her stuff.
And Foxy didn't write all of her stuff.
Right,
so it's kind of like an even battle. Neither one of them wrote all their stuff. But we did know that they wrote some of that stuff.
They wrote some of that stuff, and you got people that have no reason to lie. People in the industry that have claimed to have seen them pen their own stuff in the studios.
Right.
So, I mean, what is like Nori said that years ago. Like, what if Nori got to gain by saying
for Foxy?
What does he have to gain by saying that Foxy came in and wrote her rhymes for the song "Bang Bang" or whatever they was on? So, it's some things you got to think about it, people. Everything's not worth lying.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think that's the problem with today, like living in today's world. You come out and say something. The sad thing about today is, and this is probably the only thing I've ever agreed with Donald Trump on, when he said that you can come out and accuse, if someone can be perfect all their life, and you can come out and accuse them with no proof, and people will believe it. That's the world of hip hop. You have people come out and say, oh, Safari wrote Nicki's stuff. And because it was no longer cool to root for Nicki, people said, oh, Safari wrote it. With no proof whatsoever. Now that he got backed into a corner and now he admits that he never wrote anything, now people look stupid. Because, she has people in her past. There's videos out there, numerous videos of people in her past saying that she's always wrote her own lyrics, and she's turned down $1 million deals because record companies wanted to get people to write for her.
Yeah.
So why would Full Force, bow-legged Lou, and I see people in the comments, oh, they're lying for Nicki, they're on Nicki's payroll. Why would bow-legged Lou, Nicki ditched them?
Yeah.
If anybody had a reason to shit on Nicki, it'd be Full Force.
Yeah.
Because Full Force was the ones who got that deal for her.
Yeah.
And she turned that deal down, and she ended up going with Wayne.
Yeah.
So if anybody had a reason to shit on Nicki, it'd be Full Force.
Yeah.
But again, truth is truth. I believe she does have a gripe. I like the way she is responding with the Queen Radio. I love the way she responds with turning the Nicki stopping my bags into money, capitalized like I asked her to do. I'm coming for 20%, Nicki, because that was my idea.
Right.
She went and started putting Nicki stopping my bags on book bags. So it's like Nicki's like double entendre, Nicki stopping my bag. She got it on t-shirts. That's the way you respond. That's the way you respond. She knows that they're trying to deactivate her. Yeah. She knows she's in the midst of deactivation, but you know what? You might as well get a couple of shots in, go out kicking and screaming, and say, you know what? I'm a service radio show. You can't take me off of here.
Right.
You can't deactivate me from radio or from movies.
From movies, yeah. She can go that route. And we on our other show, the breakdown, we'll have a show breaking down what deactivation, brand deactivation is.
That's another show that we're going to have coming out, the breakdown. Look out for that, too.
The breakdown, brand deactivation is something a little more elaborate that we have to go into that for people who don't understand what that means when we say that.
Right.
Because it's real. It's real. It's serious, and it's something that's in the business that happens to almost everybody. It happens to a lot of people. But
we'll go over that next time.
Yeah, we'll go over